Good morning, class. Let us continue the story, The Happy Endings by Margaret Atwood. In the last video, we did discuss some three versions of this story of John, Mary, Matchy, and Fred, and also there is a character like James. Um, so far we have read and discussed the first three versions of the story. Now here is a fourth version. Fred and Maggie have no problems. In the last version, uh, mm, we uh, we have arrived at the point where John is dead and his wife, that is Maggie, she, after a time of mourning lament for her dead husband, she marries another person called Fred, and the rest continues as in the version A. So Fred and Maggie have no problems. They get along exceptionally well and are good at working out any difficulties that may arise. So there are no problems in Fred and Maggie's life, but their charming house is by the seashore, by the side of the sea. Their house is by the side of the sea, and one day a giant tidal wave. There is a huge wave during the time of the tide. It comes at their house, and their house is it is destroyed because of that strong wave. Real estate values go down, and there is the fall of the price of the real estate, the property. The rest of the story is about what caused the tidal wave and how they escape from it. But anyhow, Fred and Maggie, and their family is able to save their lives. They escaped. So the story can be about their attempt to save their lives. So a writer. So here is this. Metafiction in which the narrator here talks about the possibility that there can be some additions to the plot regarding how they saved their life, this couple. They do, though thousands drown, though so many people they are drowned in the sea because of that tidal wave and they get killed. But Fred and Maggie are virtuous, but these people, they are virtuous, mm, punyavan. They have done good deeds, so, and they are grateful, krutadnya, and continue as in A, and their ending is always they die. That is, after living their life full, they die. So this is the fourth version of this story. Then we have another version, that is E. Yes, but Fred has a bad heart. But again, there is a twist. There is this possibility of bad heart. He has some problem of heart. The rest of the story is about how kind and understanding they both are until Fred dies. But Maggie is a good woman, and so there might be the narration, there might be the description of how she takes care of her husband who is suffering from the heart disease until he dies. Then Maggie devotes herself to charity work. Then she does some social work. She does charity until the end of A, until the uh, that is A. That is the ending of the story. If you like, it can be Maggie, it can be cancer, it can be guilty and confused. So these are the keywords with the help of which we can build a story. We can get the story complicated and bird watching. So this is how Margaret Atwood talks about many possibilities of a short story, what can happen in the plot of this short story. Then we have the last part of the story, F. If you think this is all too bourgeois, the middle class tendency. Make John a revolutionary and Mary a counter espionage. So then we can make them revolutionaries, and Mary the woman who helps those revolutionaries, and see how far that gets you. And we can also talk about other possibilities if we change the professions of these characters. Remember, this is Canada, and the broad setting, the place where this story takes place is Canada. You will still end up with A. We also can have an ending like in version A, though in between you may get a lustful brawling related to the physical desire, a lustful brawling fight, a saga of passionate involvement. So there can be an addition into the story, that is there can be a passionate physical intimate involvement, a chronicle of out of time sort of. You will have to face it, the endings are the same however you slice it. But she says, whatever may be the arrangement of the incidents in the plot, the ending is the same, that is the death. Don't be deluded by any other endings. So she says, don't get deceived, cheated by any other ending, because there is no possibility but only the death. They are all fake, and if there are other possibilities, they are the false possibilities, they are fake possibilities, either deliberately fake with a malicious wicked intent to deceive, or just motivated by excessive optimism, if not by downright sentimentality. So she says, don't get deceived by other kinds of endings, because there is only one permanent truth, and that is the death. The only authentic ending is the one provided here. John and Mary die. John and Mary die. John and Mary die. So the death is the only certainty in life. So she says, you can you can arrange the plot, you can fill the plot with many incidents, different kinds of incidents, but at the end you have to end the story, you have to come to the conclusion of the story as to the death. So much for endings. Beginnings are always more fun. So she says ending is the same, but beginning can be the fun, beginning can be different. True connoisseurs, however, are known to favor the stretch in between. So she says the great writers, the artists who can make great short stories, they can they can fill the stretch in between the beginning and the end with many interesting incidents, twists and turns in the story. Since it's the hardest to do anything with, so it is the most difficult part. That's about all that can be said for plot. So she says this is about plot. I was not talking about any story, any real life people, but I was talking about how to write a story, that is the plot, how to make a good plot, which anyway are just one thing after another. So what is the plot? The simplest definition of the plot is, it is one incident after another, one thing after another. What happens next? Like there was a king, and there was a queen, and there was a prince, and the prince goes to the forest, and then there is the monster who kidnaps the prince, and all those things, that the kind of stories we tell in the Indian situation. So there is the plot that is interesting, what and what and what. So what happens next? So this is about the writing of a short story. Now try how and why. So regarding the plot, it is just thinking about how something happens and why happens and what happens next. So in this way she ends this story happy endings with her her beautiful comments upon the writing of a short story. Now, at the same time, this story is about women's issues. This story is a feminist story. It's a feminist piece of writing in which she attacks patriarchy in an indirect manner. So she says she develops the characters like Mary, and she develops the characters like John, who represent womanhood as well as the patriarchal attitude respectively. So Mary is a woman who does not get a response from her lover, that is John, and he is faithless and all that. So this talks about the exploitation of women in any kind of relationship, that is love relationship, it may be physical relationship, and all that. So with the help of this metafiction, she also comments upon the problems of women, the exploitation of women. So no doubt it's a feminist kind of writing as well, along with the fact that it's a story that talks about the writing of a story. It is a fiction which constantly reminds that it is fiction and it is not reality, though it points out many things about the real life, particularly of women. Um, so again, you have to read the story repeatedly and then watch the video, and in case you have any problems, you can post them on the Google Classroom. I will try to answer. Thank you.